Yay! A actual good episode of STD. So this is before I get on to my um first reaction slash review of Star Trek STD episode 2 season 2. I want to bring up a fan. I just um released a speed painting of me doing my interpretation of the Amazing Fantasy issue 15 cover, aka the first appearance of Spider-Man, which I just did. And for those of you guys asking, the design of Spidey costume is based on the suit I made right here. I know, I'm a bit of a show-off. Heck, I made this Captain Archer outfit myself. So, let's get started. I just got finished watching the episode on space, and it was good. It actually felt like a Star Trek episode. This is precisely what I was kind of hoping for. Not a lot of action, more of the philosophy, not bottom focus, which is good because surprisingly each of the characters did get a bit of their own moment. Then again, why am I not surprised this actually felt good, considering this was directed by Jonathan Frakes, aka the guy who played Will Riker from Next Generation. So the basic premise is that they're trying to find these red signals. They detected one over in the beta quadrant, and of course they used the spore drive to get there. And what they found was a human settlement from people who were brought there from these mysterious angels back in World War III. And so doing this episode was a very much of a prime directive episode, which is surprisingly was actually well handled. Now, regardless of which side you're on, whether you're on bottom side or whether you're on Pike side, because bottom saying no, we should tell the people who we are, to help them reintegrate with the rest of humanity, and Pike saying no, this is following a general order number one. These are pre-warp civilization, and this is primarily what the whole debate of this episode was mostly about. Plus, trying to get, I guess, the first set of pieces of the overall mystery and plot of this episode. Now, of the season. Now, again, the whole premise is nothing new to Star Trek. Actually, Star Trek are notorious for doing this entire premise. Like, they did this a couple of times in the original series. I think they did it a lot in the original series. I don't think they did it as much in Next Gen and DS9. They did it in Voyager. They did it in Enterprise in Season 3. So, of course, this would have a very natural Star Trek vibe, which is good. For once, Bottom was actually likable. Like I said, and this is actually more what we kind of hope, like, tone her down a little bit and let the other characters shine. And again, and this of course was a very much more of a Pike focused episode. And again, good. And I do kind of admit the idea of having a, I guess, pro-religion captain within Pike is something different. Normally in Star Trek, we usually have, I said, characters like Current who doesn't care, or Captain Archer who actively choose not to follow any type of religious path, and you got Picard, who is basically a bigot towards religion, like the guy flat hates it, and you got Cisco, a rampaging nut job. Now, hey, Cisco may be the type of guy who can punch someone words, and Archer may be the guy who got constantly beat up. But heck, I can make fun on who I want. And then of course you got Janeway. Of course, we all know Janeway is evil. Doesn't mean we can't enjoy watching Janeway in her diabolical pains. Yeah. Now, one thing I do gotta point out, Tilly in this episode, she's starting to go crazy. During this episode, she was trying to drill into that asteroid they gathered in the previous episode. Big explosion, she got knocked out, and she's apparently seeing ghosts of a friend that she knew back in high school, which could be 10, 15 years ago, I think. I don't know what my dad said. Who knows what's in this series. So Tilly is going to be the odd one going crazy. I'm kind of hoping, being that Burnham would start going crazy. My prediction for Burnham, I'm willing to bet that by the end of season 3, if not by the end of the series, she will become a teacher. But I'm actually kind of think a Starfleet Academy series starring the Michael Burnham character as being the head teacher. Now that actually sounds like a good premise. Dan O'Burnham would die. Take your pick. I think she would make an awesome teacher. That's my statement. So overall, I actually really liked this episode. This was a good, solid Star Trek episode. Is it in the best of Discovery? Yes, by far. Alright, so how would I rate this episode if I was going to rate it? Now, first off, I would probably rate the previous episode as a 7 out of 10, with episode 1 of the season, only because there were way too much stupid. But this one, I would probably give it a good solid 8 or 9 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10. This was at least compared to what we've seen out of Discovery lately, this was the most Star Trek-esque feel. However, considering that Jonathan Frakes is only going to be directing one other episode in the season, we can only go downhill from here. So, thanks guys for watching. I'm going to try to keep these things up at least until I get more back into the video making habit. But if you want to see my speed drawing video, go ahead. Well, we're long and prosper. This is Cy NX telling you guys, remember, buy locally.